Welcome to Core Insight Channel, the health and self-improvement channel that improves your life. The material in this video is sourced from the book, Obesity Code, by Dr. Jason Fung. One of the best books ever written on the subject of health. In this video, you will find out that there is a strong relationship between obesity and poverty, and the government contributes to this through agricultural subsidies. How did that happen? Watch this video until the end if you are curious. Let's get started. In the past, fat people were seen as rich, whereas thin people were associated with poverty. This view is quite logical because people who suffered from malnutrition must have come from those in the poorest class. But over time, this view has changed places in social life in this modern era. No longer seen as a malnourished person, a thin or slim body shape is something people want. On the other hand, obesity tends to be seen as having a strong correlation with poverty. That is a fact. How could this happen? We can take this fact from the life of the Pima people, Native Americans who mainly live in the southwestern American states such as Arizona. Based on historical evidence, in the 19th century, the Pima people used to live as farmers and hunters who were strong and reliable. However, their pattern of life gradually began to change since the invaders settled on their land and disturbed their ecosystem and way of life. They were forced to adapt to their new life. Their cultural values and life habits have been changed, including their diet. They suddenly consumed white sugar and refined carbohydrates such as wheat and corn as their staple food, whereas previously, these foods were only found in pasta and cereals. Low price and ease of storing were the reasons. They were increasingly dependent on these foods. Changes in their diet caused a worrying condition, namely, 50% of all adults suffered from obesity. Their obesity condition was not surprising, considering that their staple food was the main cause of insulin resistance. In the United States, especially in the least affluent states like Mississippi, people living in marginalized communities and groups depend on cheap foods like sugar, corn, and wheat to survive. These foodstuffs become cheaper than alternative foods that are more nutritious, such as vegetables. That is because the U.S. government allocates subsidies to corn production by 29% and subsidies to sustain the livelihoods of wheat farmers by 12%. Now you know that obesity has a close relationship with poverty. I think you also need to know that, compared to environmental factors, the most crucial factor in determining a person's body shape is genetics. How could that be? So please click on this video card. If you want to see a more complete summary of the Obesity Code book, please click on this video card. In this video, I break it down into 10 core insights that cover new facts you never thought about the causes of obesity. By knowing these facts, we can be proactive in maintaining our health and avoid obesity.